Hello, my name is Leroy Blevins. Welcome to Mysteries and Histories. In this episode here, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about evidence in the JFK assassination. What got me thinking about this for the past few days, I've been thinking about it. And the reason why is because of a few days ago, or a couple days ago, I should say, I had a friend of mine came down from California and, he's filming a documentary and he, wanted to put me in his documentary, and he was asking me questions about, filming about Noah's Ark, JFK assassination, Patterson game, a Bigfoot film. But when I was sitting there filming with him, I was thinking about some things, and we was going over some evidence and stuff like that I've been showing, and he looked at me and he goes, why didn't I see all this stuff before? Which I said, I've been showing this stuff for years. And, the evidence has always been there. I found this stuff out years ago and it's always been there. That's about the PG film. Like when I show close up of Bigfoot's hand, which is a bear paw. And that's how I knew how to make the suit and stuff and what it was made out of and everything else. And, he got me thinking when he was here, um, when I was filming with him. And, he's like, all this evidence you got here, why isn't anybody ever picking up on it? People tells a story and it gets picked up all the time, even in the media. A story can be picked up real fast and it's told. And then he sits there and he goes, why hasn't anybody picked up on any of this? I mean, you figure stuff like this will be front page news all over the world. And, I sat back and I was sitting there thinking about all this stuff. And even in JFK assassination, okay, I get people still come down on me, all my research and stuff like that, because I present evidence. Okay, that's what a researcher does. A real researcher presents evidence. Okay, a researcher doesn't go out there and say, well, here's this and here's that, or here's this story, let me tell you. Okay, that's not research. Okay, real research digs deep, looks for evidence to back up whatever they want to say. Just like for years, the past 54 years, everybody keeps on talking about a conspiracy in the JFK assassination. Okay, so when I uncovered the stuff I've uncovered in JFK assassination, okay, everybody still wants to push that to the side, which proves there was a conspiracy. You see what I'm saying? It proves there was a conspiracy. It proves there was more than 3 shots fired that day. But everybody still wants to push that away. People still comes down on me. People still says this or says that. Even like when I even try to promote my book. Okay, well, you're just like everybody else. You're trying to make money. Okay, one, I'll know I never make this the amount of money that I spent in my research. Okay, I'm not. All these other researchers, even the other researcher was here the other day, they have backers. Okay, all these researchers has backers that gives them money to do their research and stuff. Even though they don't produce evidence, okay, they produce another story. Okay, that's all they can do is produce another story, but they don't produce the evidence. Here's me. I have no backers. All my funding has been mostly through myself, except for, as you see, some people made some donations to me for this documentary I'm making. Plus, if you go to the site, you see we already raised $1,000. Okay, that's going into the documentary, but none of that money comes to me. It don't go to me at all. I don't get none of this money. Okay, this is to produce and make a documentary on the JFK assassination so the truth can get out there. But I don't have people or TV shows or anything coming to me and stuff like that and asking me questions or anything else like that. Hey, would you like to be in this documentary or that or anything else? Because I don't get paid for anything. Even the documentary that I was just filmed in a couple of days ago, I don't get no money out of that. I don't get paid. Okay. Other people, when they get in front of a camera and stuff, when they film documentaries and stuff, they make money. I make zero. It's the truth. I make $0 and 0 cents when I sell my books. I make pennies, 12 cents a copy or 13 cents a copy. Other people's making dollars. Okay. And then I got people coming down on me also as well about, hey, you know, here you are, man. You're asking for money and stuff like that. You're just like everybody else. No, I'm not like everybody else. Okay, because everybody else don't have to deal with a lot of stuff I had to deal with. Not only I'm trying to deal with my research and criticism I get from my research, but I have a family to take care of. I have a wife that's epilepsy and has seizures and stuff like that. I have a son that has seizures, which they had to switch his medicines yesterday because for the past couple of days he was having back-to-back seizures. Okay, you don't have to see that every day. I have to see this every day. Okay, that's what I go through every day. But at the same time, I'm trying to put stuff together to make videos or put stuff together to make sure this documentary gets filmed and everything else, and have a proper person here to take care of my wife, my son, and stuff while I go down to Dallas for 2 days. I have a lot of things to do. Plus, I got to take care of cleaning the house and doing dishes and laundry and cooking dinners and stuff. See, this is a daily thing I go through every single day and make doctor's appointments and phone calls and everything else. But people keeps on telling me, oh, well, you don't have the evidence that other people's got. Okay, other people's got a story. Okay, let's dip into this for a moment. Okay, people says in the JFK assassination, I got a book out. It's called Evidence of a Conspiracy. Excuse me. I can claim that. I can claim that. Okay, I can actually make that statement. Other researchers can't. I can make that because evidence of conspiracy means you have evidence. You have some type of real evidence to show there was a conspiracy in the JFK assassination. Am I correct? What I have is photographic evidence. I have photographic evidence of a gunman on a rooftop of the county records building coming down and taking a shot. No other researchers got that, but I do. So see, it's not a story no more. There's evidence of another gunman in the JFK assassination. But let me show you some more. Gunman on a second floor of the county records building. Another image of a gunman with a rifle in his hand. Not only does he have a rifle in his hand, but when we go over to Hughes film, we see a shot being fired from there. So at this point, not only we have an image of a gunman in that window with a rifle in his hand, we also see a shot being fired from that window there. Do you see what I'm saying? Evidence. We can see. It's not a story, but we can see this now. Again, people sit there, so what about evidence? Okay, here's evidence here. Evidence shows 2 shots striking manhole covers. This is seen in the Zapruder film. 2 shots striking manhole cover. Now, not only do we see that in the Zapruder film, but there's both of them bullet holes today. So see, let me show you something. And this is what I'm talking about when we talk about evidence. Okay, we're going to talk about evidence here for a moment. Okay, and that's why a lot of people don't understand. But I get questions. Like I said, I get questions every single day. Even the comments, a lot of comments. I'm sorry, I apologize if I can't get to all these questions and answer all of them. But like I said, I have a big schedule I got to keep every single day myself just around here. But look at this. Let's look at this for a minute. Let's call pure evidence now. Let's look at this. We have a Zapruder film. Excuse me, I'm a little congested. We have the Zapruder film that shows 2 bullets striking that concrete of manhole cover and a bullet ricocheting upward. After this, that's during the assassination now. Now we're going to go in time frame now. This is during the assassination. We can see 2 shots being fired and striking that manhole cover. We have images taken after the assassination where Secret Service agents, police officers, and people looking at the manhole cover and retrieving a bullet lying in the grass right next to the manhole cover. Today, 54 years later, we can still see both bullet holes in that same manhole cover, same concrete, same location. We can see these shots taking place right here. Images taken after where they finally retrieve a bullet, and today both of them bullet holes still can be seen today. There's evidence. Okay, there's the evidence right there. That shows there was more than 3 shots fired, and it shows there was a second gunman there. But they want to push this to the side. Let's push this to the side. For what? A story? That's all they're doing is pushing stuff to the side for a story. Okay. And these are the things I don't understand. This is what makes me think about a lot of things, like when he was here. You know, they asked a question like, you could see it happening there, and you could see these guys, you know, these images and stuff taken of that manhole cover stuff, and both bullet holes could be still seen today, and no one's picking up on this. This is what they're asking me, and it makes me think, and it does kind of make me concerned. It's like, you know, you're right. No one's picking up on this, whether it's me that brings it out or somebody else brings it out. Like I said, long as the evidence get out there, long as the truth gets out there. Okay, that's what gets me. Okay, but everybody don't want to mention my name. See, that's another key fact too. Nobody wants to mention my name. No one wants to sit there and say anything about my research. Okay, it's like I'm at a hush hush. It's like everybody's trying to cover up my research and cover up my name because nobody wants to speak of my name. You see what I'm saying? Just like the Mary Mormon photo. This was taken right after fatal headshot. Right after fatal headshot, this was taken. This one image here tells a big story. Okay, the Mary Mormon photo. It shows us this gunman here. This is the gunman that took the fatal headshot to JFK. After he took a shot, he looked up at that top window to see if he made connection. Why the second gunman was coming around, and before he took his shot to Governor Conley. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a lot of information that was lost that everybody don't want to, everybody just pushed this kind of information to the side. We had the gunman just took his fatal headshot to JFK, looking out the top window after he made his shot, another gunman coming around the side of the shelter, and he's getting ready to shoot Governor Conley. You see what I'm saying? An image always has a story to tell. People says they want evidence in the JFK assassination. That's what research has been searching for years. Evidence. There's got to be evidence out there. But there's all they're doing is telling stories. But the evidence as I present it is from the films and images that was taken that day. Taken the day of the assassination, during the assassination, and after the assassination. That's the evidence I present. I found the evidence to prove there was a conspiracy. Whether you want to believe this or believe that, but the point fact of it is, the evidence is here. The evidence is here. I push my book because I believe in the story is needs to be told. The true story needs to be really told. Okay, and people need to see that as well. Okay, researchers, they'll push their books and everything else, but they ain't worried about that story, that true story being told out there. They're not. All they're worried about is selling that book to make that profit, make that money. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're worried about. That's what they're concerned about. Me, I present all this stuff for free, as you see in my videos. I show you the gunman. I show you photographic evidence of each one of the shots, where those shots came from. Photographic evidence. Okay? I show this in every one of them. I show you the angles of the shots. I show you the shots in order, which no one else knows the shots in order, but I do. Okay? I present all of this. I even show you the true locations of where the gunmen were. How many shots they fired from that location. Whether these shots made contact with. I show it all. By photographic evidence that was taken during the time of the assassination. Excuse me, day train. I show it. That's why Citro said evidence. I tell researchers time and time again, you're going to tell me a story, show me the evidence. They can tell me the story, but they can't show me the evidence. I got people bombarding me, not only in comments, but in emails and IMs and stuff, asking me 1,001 questions. Well, this person said this or this person said that. Oh, what about this person? What about that person? And as I point out, I tell people time and time again, excuse me, far as who's behind the assassination of JFK, okay, that's never going to be solved. Point blank, period. There could be theories out there, stuff, even though I claim that KGB was behind it by the evidence I collected, okay? But no one's going to accept that, no, because even the evidence I present, no one's really, a lot of people's not even accepting the evidence I present, even though there's some people out there that does. Okay, because there's some people out there believes in what they see, not what they're told or what they hear every single day. But like I point out, no one's going to pay the price. Okay, no one's going to pay the penalty for the assassination of JFK. This is the truth. This is the fact now, because all the people that was in the assassination of JFK are probably gone by now. They're dead. Okay, God rest their souls, even though they did a bad deed, but still, you know, they're never going to pay for the assassination of JFK. All right. Only thing a researcher can do, okay, only thing a researcher can do is find the evidence and prove to the people and show to the people what really took place that day. What really took place that day in the JFK assassination. That's all we can do. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm still congested stuff, dry heaves, and then this weather up and down stuff's got my allergies kicking in. But like I said, we're never going to find out who is really behind it. Only thing we can do is, look for the evidence, present that evidence, and find out exactly what took place that day. That's all we can do as a researcher. And that's what I've done. I've done my job. A lot of people might not think I've done my job. A lot of people still says, well, what about this? What about that? You can only continue so far into a case. Okay. I can go in detail on exactly what took place that day, who took what shots of stuff, just like any other person behind assassination. Just like if you think about it right here, we have one gunman on the second floor of the county records building, one gunman on a rooftop of the county records building, one gunman inside of Texas School Book Depository on the sixth floor. That's Oswald. Two gunmen inside of shelter number 3 on a grassy knoll. Okay, these right here. Okay, that's all you can do. Excuse me. Is you got 5 gunmen here. Okay, that's all we can talk about. We can't talk about who was their boss or who was their leader or who's giving them orders and stuff. We can't do that. Okay, because these guys are probably not around today. They're probably passed away years ago. We know Oswald's not around no more. Okay, so we can't speculate. A researcher cannot speculate and says, well, let me add more to this story. Okay, you can't do that. Okay, unless you have evidence to back it up. That's why when I start my investigation, when I do my research, I look for evidence. Okay, to me, a lot of researchers never look for evidence. They're looking for a story, as I point out time and time again. I look for evidence. The reason why I look for evidence is because that's what people want. They want the truth. They want to know exactly what happened that day. They want to see some type of evidence. And as you see, I revealed a lot of evidence. Like I said, you can't go past the evidence I've uncovered. Okay. When you start lining it up, you start adding it together and you start piecing together like the puzzle and you put it in time frames, you can see where each shot came from. Okay. Photographic evidence explains to us there was distraction shots fired and everything else. Okay. This is what the photos tell us. We can see the impacts of the bullets making contact with JFK or Governor County or in the surroundings, like in the grass area, the manhole cover area, the sign on a lamppost. We see that time and time again. It's like right here. This is from the Zapruder film, which I'm going to zoom in. Okay. We see a bullet striking. This is frame 416, the Zapruder film. We see a bullet striking and ricocheting off of the sign on a lamppost. We see this. So we know there's another shot there. So now we're going past the 3 shots, the 5 shots, the 6 shots, and then so on and so on and so on with the more evidence that we reveal. You see what I'm saying? It's here. A lot of researchers can claim they solved the case. Okay. I'm claiming that I could solve what happened that day. The whole case in total, no one can solve. But on what happened on November 22nd, 1963 in Dallas, Texas, in Dealey Plaza at 12 o'clock, 12:30, I can go in details. I have solved that. There was 5 gunmen there, point blank period. 13 shots fired. JFK was shot 4 times. Governor Collins was shot twice, and there was 7 distraction shots. That's a fact. This is based on photographic evidence that we can see with our own eyes. Now, the other people, they're still coming up with a story. They're still telling the story. Was E. Howard Hunt behind it? No. There's no evidence to show E. Howard Hunt. Even though they said, hey, well, here's a deathbed confession. No, the deathbed confession does not state Dallas, Texas. And any of the, I've heard that recording. Does not state Dallas, Texas. It does not state Dealey Plaza. It does not say the JFK assassination. He said the big show or the big event. Okay, we're going to call it the big event. The big event could have been anything. As far as we know, the big event could have been anything. But people sitting there taking this glory says, no, this means he's talking about the JFK assassination when in the recordings, nothing's mentioned about the JFK assassination. Nothing. Just the big event. That's all. You see what I'm saying? There's no evidence there. James Files, he tells a story that he was there. He took the fatal headshot, but then he turned around, and I seen a post where he's retracting the statement saying, well, he didn't take the fatal headshot. He took a shot at JFK, but it wasn't the kill shot at JFK. Okay, so it changes when there's no evidence to show that he was actually there that day. Frank Sturgis, no evidence to show he was there that day. Charles Harrison, no evidence to show that he was there that day. The Wallace or Malcolm Wallace fingerprint and all this other stuff, no evidence. Okay, there's no evidence of him being there. Okay, there's no evidence to back up any of the claims. But here, I'm showing photographic evidence. I said there's a gunman inside of shelter number 3, 2 of them. What am I showing for my evidence? Well, let's see, right here. The Mary Mormon photo. Dillard image. The Darnell film frame. The Orville Nix film. Okay. This is what I'm showing as evidence. Well, there's actually more than just this, but I'm just pointing this out right here. Okay. Films and images taken in different locations from different eyewitnesses. Different locations, mind you. We have a front view. We have a side view. We have a long view from, or long angle from where these shots are taken. We got images from the one side of Elm Street, and we have images on the other side of Elm Street. Okay, we have the Zapruder film showing us the impact where these bullets made contact with. We have the Mary Mormon photo showing both gunmen with rifles in their hands. We have the Darnell film showing him one of the gunmen still aiming his rifle from his left side. We have the Orville Nix film that shows a shot being fired from the shelter window and from the side of the shelter. We have photographic evidence to show where these shots came from. We have photographic evidence where these bullets made contact with. We have photographic evidence of gunmen with rifles in their hands, aiming their rifles and stuff. Then we also have the Bronson film that shows the 2 shots coming from the window of the shelter. Same window, mind you. This is what I'm talking about. Same window. Rifle here and this window here. If you watch my cursor and I'll zoom in. See this right here? See this window right here? From the Mormon photo. Shows a rifle sticking out with the guy's hands, right? Then we go over here to Orville Nix film. Same window. Same window. Shot fired. Rifle sticking out. Shot fired. Rifle sticking out of that same window. Then we got the gunman on the side of the shelter right here. We have him here coming around with his rifle in his hand. We see him aiming his rifle right in this location here. Same location, same location. And then we have him firing his rifle. Okay, hold on. We have him firing his rifle right here. On the side of the shelter, aiming a rifle on the side of the shelter, holding rifle, aiming a rifle, firing a rifle from the side. Same location, same location. From different people, from different angles. You see what I'm saying? That's evidence. And then we have the testimony by Bill Newman and his wife. Shots came from directly behind him. What was it? It was right directly behind him. Shelter number 3. Mr. Zapruder, in his first testimony, assassin was right behind me. Okay? First testimony. Change the story after Warren Commission report comes out. So you see, everything's lining up. So see, now we have eyewitness accounts. We have photographic evidence of these gunmen, their location, shots they took, where the shots made contact with, and everything else. We have that. It's called photographic evidence. That's what we can see. So there's no shots from behind a picket fence. There's zero evidence to support that. Zero evidence to support a gunman behind a picket fence. But there is evidence to prove there was two gunmen inside shelter number 3. And that's where the fatal headshot came from. There's evidence to support the gunman on the second floor of the county records building because we can see him with his rifle. We can see shots being fired from that location, and we can know what pinpoint exactly when these bullets made contact with JFK. We have photographic evidence to back that up. We know there was a gunman on the rooftop of the county records building. We can see him firing his rifle stuff, the reflection of him through the Zapruder film. In 1975, a man found a bullet casing in that same location where that gunman was at. And the photographic evidence, the curb shot where James Tagg was standing, the manhole cover shots, the grass area shots, all are in the same line of fire. A bullet was found. Okay, a bullet casing on top of the rooftop of County Records building was found was a 30.6. Same thing was found in the grass area, a 30.6 bullet by the manhole cover. You see what I'm saying? Everything lines up, everything matches, everything fits. Photographic evidence. So, a lot of people sit there and says, well, wait a minute, what about this story, that story? That's all it is a story. You want photographic evidence, you want to see what really happened that day, you'll find it in this book here. You'll find it in this book here, or you'll see it in my videos. Evidence of conspiracy, the only book you ever need. This is why I tell people this is the only book you ever need in JFK assassination. You can buy thousands and thousands of books, which are thousands and thousands of books out there, but none of them is going to have evidence. They'll have a story, they'll have certain pictures, but that's it. How does it fit in? How does it line up? You'll find that in this book here, Evidence of Conspiracy. You're always going to find that evidence right here. This is the reason why I wrote this book. This is the reason why I put all my books into one instead of people buying a whole collection of books to understand the whole story of the JFK assassination. I put everything in this one book here. Evidence of a Conspiracy. That's why I keep on telling people. I can make that claim. I can claim evidence of conspiracy because I have the evidence to prove there was a conspiracy in JFK assassination. Point blank, period. That's a fact. No other researcher can't now make that claim. I just want to make this video here, give out some more information, and talk about evidence in the JFK assassination. It's always been here. It's always been here. Always in the description down below you find the site where you can order my book, Evidence of a Conspiracy. The only book you ever need in JFK assassination. It's on paperback or Kindle. It's on Amazon. Don't forget that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends about it. Share this information and other information with your friends, relatives, family members, and stuff like this so they may know this information. Thank you, and you have a pleasant day.